Hey everyone! So to start off, here is my cultural pie graph. I don't know, can you see it? Yeah. So basically, I'll just talk about maybe like the smallest couple pie slices and the biggest couple pie slices. So my smallest two were being Californian. That's a culture that I'm a part of, but I don't spend a whole lot of time like thinking about being from California and how that affects my behavior, even though it does. I don't think about it very often. And then being a consumer was another one of my smaller ones because I'm a consumer like 24, well, not 24/7, but I'm buying things almost every single day. And that is a big part of my life, but I'm not thinking about being a consumer and how that affects me and things like that. And then my biggest two pie slices were being a girlfriend. I've been with my boyfriend for like a year, so he's a big part of my life, and I think about him a lot, and it takes up a lot of my thought time. And then being a bridal consultant, and that's my job, and so I'm there like 4 or 5 days a week, and when I'm not there, I'm thinking about all the things I have to do when I am there. And basically, what that means is I help girls find their wedding dresses. So girls come in and make appointments with us, and we help them find their dress. So this basically led to my brainstorming because I was really thinking about what I'm passionate about, which, those are my biggest two pie slices. And that kind of led to brainstorming, which is I like kind of was looking at what I could do with bridal. I'm very, very passionate about bridal. I have been for a long, long time. I love weddings, and I always have. And it's an industry that I would really like to get into. So that kind of got me thinking about maybe using the wedding dress as my artifact. And then some other topics that I brainstormed about. I thought about maybe coffee. Consumer kind of got me thinking about what I buy a lot, which is I buy a lot of coffee. And I know a lot of my college classmates can relate. So that's another topic that I was thinking about. And my third topic that I was thinking about was records. I'm really into music, and I love record collecting and record shopping. Um, and that's kind of become a new trend again, which, it's what our parents listen to. So I thought it'd be cool to take a look at that. And then clearly I started with what I knew because I know bridal and I know music and coffee. So those are kind of the topics that I've been bouncing around. And I think that they're, appropriate topics for me. I know all of them really well. I know bridal like the back of my hand. That's kind of my number one choice right now for my topic. And, my other two ideas are things that I know really well, so I think they're appropriate for me. I think they're appropriate for the audience. I think that we're kind of at an age where a lot of us are getting married or gonna get married soon. And so I think that bridal could be a really interesting thing to look at. There's been a lot of changes in bridal over the past 20 years. Especially we've kind of created this like say yes to the dress culture, which has really affected us as bridal employees, which I would really like to take a look at, and we'll get more into that later. So I think that they're appropriate. I mean, coffee is a very appropriate topic for college students as well, so that could be an idea. And then what I'm debating as my number one topic right now would be the wedding dress. And I think I would like to look at it through the culture of bridal employee. I was thinking about looking at it through the consumer culture. However, I think that I can dive deeper into the changes in bridal because the bridal industry and the bridal experience is so different now than it was 20 years ago. And I think that as a producer, as a seller, you can really see those differences more than you would as a consumer because bridal consumers are one-time consumers. They're not, you're not coming back every single day to buy a wedding dress. So I think that that would be really, really interesting. And so if I go with that, my purpose statement is that my purpose is to shed light on the dramatic change in the bridal experience over the past 20 years. And with that, my preview statement or my thesis statement would be that I will show a dramatic shift in bridal behavior, bridal designs, and the symbolism or meaning of the wedding dress itself. that would be my thesis statement. I think that there's a lot of interesting things that you can look at in those three main points. Um, Bridal behavior is so different because of Say Yes to the Dress. It sounds cheesy, but it's huge. And the wedding dress itself used to mean a lot more than it does now. And I think that that's even affected the way that the designs have changed. The designs have changed, of course, just because styles have changed. But like, you know, the level of like skin showing and things like that, because wedding dresses used to be a very religious symbolism thing, and I really don't think that they're that anymore. Even for people that are religious, I found that the symbolism of like the purity and all of that behind a wedding dress has shifted a lot. So I'd really like to like research that and see how that shift has kind of flown. So that is my idea for my cultural artifact speech. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks.